authority by default. We've got Nick and Rick in the studio. How's that feel?
Nick and Rick.
All that schooling and all of
tell
that, just late night looking at spreadsheets and trying to come up with some sort of applicable logarithm. And you could boils down to Nick and Rick.
Comes down to it.
There you go. Hey, Nick
Could be
Meyer.
worse.
It could be worse. Nick Meyer, how are you, buddy?
Great. Yeah, I missed the sunrise this morning. I was trying to tiptoe out of the house not to wake up the kids and the wife. So
You're exactly
I was
right.
successful, at least as far as I know. She hasn't texted me yet. So.
And Rick Kolinsky, how you doing too?
I'm doing fantastic. You know, I had my wife actually was working this morning, so she got out before me, believe it or not, and thank God for good parents. They came over and filled the gap about 6:15. So,
Nick, what's your position at NIPSCO?
I am the Director of External Communications for NIPSCO. Been with the company about 6 years.
Rick Kolinsky, what is your job with NIPSCO?
Manager of Public Affairs covering Lake and Porter
You
counties.
guys are both working for the power company around here. And quite frankly, I'm moving you guys way up the chain and so forth. Lee on line 3. Lee, you go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Just a question on your air conditioning cycling program. You're offering a $40 incentive to sign up for that. It says that NIPSCO will shut off your air conditioner for periods of time between 12 p.m. and 7 p.m. in the summertime. Typically, how long would that outage last?
Yeah, it's a great program. The AC Cycling will give you $10 a month credit on your bill for 4 months during the summer, so $40 credit on your electric bill for the year. And basically, during those times, I think last summer we had what we call they're called events where we cycle those units off. It doesn't cycle the unit off; just it's attached to the compressor, so the fan still continues to blow. So if you have cool air within your home, that'll still continue to circulate. But last summer, I think we had about six or so events total during the summer. They're typically right smack in the middle of the afternoon on those really hot July, August summer days. Most of the time, customers, they don't even notice that we even cycle those events. And, you do have the ability to opt out of that program if you're finding some discomfort there. But generally, these programs are offered all across the country.
Yeah, is that part of the Smart Grid initiative?
No, not tied to a smart grid. That's a very expensive investment that NIPSCO is not looking at doing. Really what this is tied to is rather than having to, build a power plant, right next door, we can, shave some of that energy demand by, utilizing all of our customers, kind of shaving off a little bit of that energy usage, and it really helps kind of slow the need for the company to invest in future resources like that.
I have a question though. Tree line or trees that are hanging over lines or interfering with lines. If they're on your property, does NIPSCO cut those, or are those the homeowner's responsibility?
All right, hang up and listen. Thanks.
Great question, Gene. And, you mentioned something, kind of a great lead into something that we wanted to touch on today. A lot of our challenges that we have with delivering electric service is based upon trees, coming down into the lines, especially, Jim mentioned that, maybe some high winds tomorrow as far as a potential storm. That is a major challenge for a utility company with our power lines. A lot of times you'll see trees come into lines, and that sometimes really estimated about over 50% of our outages roughly are based upon trees coming into the power line some form or fashion, either a tree falling in or branches. But a great question that you had is, will we cut the trees that are maybe intruding on the power lines that are on your property? And the answer is yes, we will do that. We want to create dependability for you, your neighbors, and everyone in your neighborhood. So if you do see something in your yard or neighbor's yard or in your area where there are trees that are definitely coming into the power lines or very, very close to the power lines, we ask you to call our 1-800-4NIPSCO number, which is 1-800-464-7726, and we have a robust customer service center that will take those calls, and we'll send a forestry crew out to take a look at that. And it's a challenge because sometimes we get people who want their trees cut down. It's going to fall into the power lines. Well, we get guys that come out and we look at it, and quite frankly, it's not going to, or it's really not a potential hazard. Then we get people when we have challenges where there really is a problem with branches or trees in the power lines. They don't want their trees cut. You have somebody who really enjoys, the tree or the canopy. So it's really a fine line, and I can tell you we take it very seriously. We want to come out. We want to be safe. We want to respect your property. And at the same time, the whole idea behind that is providing dependability to our customers. So, the long answer to that is yes, we will cut trees that are on your property that impede our power lines or have a potential to do that.